It's the time to get down.
Are you all ready? Talk about some weed.
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info and stay for the reefer.
Yes. Marijuana for dummies. Hello, all the potheads out there. But you are not potheads. And so I use that as a term of affection dearly for so many of you. Here at Marijuana for Dummies, where we are resisting the miseducation of marijuana. And today we've got a really interesting show for you because we're going to talk about cannabis in Uruguay, which I'm now planning on taking a trip to because it is the spot. But before we get to that, we've got to give you our weekly strain review, which is, again, what I'm smoking. And what I'm smoking is actually Galaxy. Galaxy is a sativa-dominant marijuana hybrid. In other words, it has qualities of both sativa and indica. And according to this source, and there are many, but this is one of the good marijuana resources online, it is approximately 80% sativa, 20% indica. It's a wonderful morning smoke, and it goes wonderful with the morning coffee. So I want to give it up to Galaxy. I think I had a picture of it. Let me see. Yeah, they do. I have my visual aids. Here we go. Visual aids. Well, there's no actual picture of the weed. Oh, well. Looks like all the other weed.
Right. That's a good one.
Big buds.
Hey, look, that's a good one.
So, Galaxy, that's what I'm smoking. Okay, now, so the topic at hand, you guys, I was watching television and, like many of you, I'm a Anthony Bourdain fan. But I hadn't been watching any shows of late because I was so much affected by his recent passing. So just recently I started watching again, this past weekend, and the show that has happened to be up when I tuned in was on Uruguay, which he's been to before, but it was a return visit for him because some of his previous family earlier had migrated to Uruguay. So he had a whole reason for going to look there, I think because of his grandfather and others. So I watched the show in Uruguay, and they had some wonderful scenes at the beach, because it's a wonderful country right next to Argentina, which more people used to, I guess, tease and say was Argentina's little sister or something like that. But it's a totally distinct group, and they recently passed laws legalizing marijuana. Indeed, they are the first country in the modern era to legalize cannabis. Wow.
Wow.
So they did it in December of 2013. So now it makes me want to go there because one of the things I got to watch is Anthony Bourdain sitting on the beach smoking a joint.
Right.
Having some good food. And, I speak a fair amount of Spanish. It's fair. I can go there and struggle around and get around. But I think for me, this is now the place to go because I like to go places where I can have smoke. Now, in Uruguay, the whole thing right now has to do with distributors because they don't have a lot of distributors that allow people to grow. And what's happening is most of the marijuana is handled through clubs that people join. They pay to join the club. For example, one of the clubs, I believe, is like $90 a month. And for that $90 a month, they give you roughly 2 ounces of weed every month as part of the club. So most of it is handled through these growing clubs that are growing these large amounts of marijuana and then having people join the club. And the clubs tend to have, an admission fee also. So some of that means, from what I read, some of them go as high as $200 to join the club.
Okay.
And so, therefore, the issue of smoking, even though I must admit, if I had to go to Uruguay, I would probably be willing to join the club for the time I'm there, and that'll be it, But it's something to think about. The beautiful, beautiful countryside. For those of you who don't know, go take a look at the Anthony Bourdain segment. And there's also a great piece from Vice TV, from Weedicat, where they're actually interviewing the former president of Uruguay, which is wonderful to see the president smoke a joint.
Okay. So he will be the official first president of a country to be smoking a joint.
Jose Mujica.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of documentaries on there.
Okay.
I was trying to show you guys something. Let me see what I can show you. You gotta have one in Montevideo. So, things are changing there. That piece was talking about how they weren't allowing the tourists. But everything is changing. Everything is changing rapidly as, as the system, grows into it. Right. I was going to Google to see marijuana pharmacies in Uruguay. Let's see whether we can find them. Marijuana. Let's see where they are, because they got to have it. The capital's Montevideo, and that's where I'm planning on going. See, okay, Dick, I knew they had to have one. The Farmacia Antartita. It's open right now. And look at these all there's a couple in Montevideo. Okay. And I want to see if they have one in one of the other beach areas that I was considering going to. Let's see what it looks like. Farmacia Antartida. Okay, so they don't have it, but so we could go there open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Thank you for the internet. So I'll let you know. I'm actually going to be on top of this right now in the next, because I want to, October, November is a great time to go, weather-wise.
So would you say that there's an area of time that you're going to be blocking out that you say, hey, if I don't go by then, it rolls over, say, to the next season?
I'm looking at going right about mid-month.
This month?
This month.
Oh, so a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it set up right now.
Hey, you guys, make your pictures. Anybody want to do the buddy buddy?
That's so dumb. Okay, so that's come up before. I thought about that. You know, whether or not, because right now I'm single, but see, it might be good to have a person with me to help me with some of the production. With both the production,
Yeah.
you know, moving some of those bags, that kind of stuff.
Well, you hitting a short window of
That's
schedule,
funny, Vic, that's
n-
funny.
well, because not a lot of people have the flexibility to go like, oh, in a couple of weeks. So you got to move kind of quick, man.
So anybody interested in taking a trip, send me your reference.
Not anybody. He's not looking for men. You can tell you that right off.
Okay, not anybody. Bye. Gotta go to Uruguay.
Times are changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn